What's happening, team players? My name is Vish and welcome to the match reaction to Arsenal versus Brentford at the Emirates Stadium. 2-1 to the Gunners, puts us on top of the table. Oh, damn, it's a good feeling, but at the same time, it was a bit nervy, not gonna lie. It wasn't at the start, absolutely smashing it. Absolutely smashing it. Arsenal doing what they're doing at the minute, keeping possession, absolutely dominating the game. Shots started firing in, and then yeah, we just decided to, because we're just having anyone playing striker at the moment. We don't mind Kai Havertz, Leandro Trossard, Jesus, Saka, Martinelli injured, gutted. But today it was Declan Rice's turn. So he decided to be our centre forward today. And he actually looked like a striker today. How crazy is that? Great assist by Ben White. Cheeky little cross into the box. And who was there to header it in? I don't know. Would you say our player of the season so far? He's making it hard to sort of argue that point, really, isn't he? So, great header to make it 1-0. And, we were just dominating again. It was just crazy. Was sick to see Ramsdale back in goal. Obviously, Raya couldn't play because he's on loan from Brentford. Couldn't exactly play. So, in came Ramsdale. I felt so bad, man. Literally, just before the whistle was about to blow for half time. And, bit of an error. I don't know if he just thought he had a bit more time than he thought, because Wisa was sort of running into the box. Obviously chasing down the keeper as you do. But yeah, he just couldn't clear it in time. Wisa was there right in front of him. Cross came back off him into the back of the net. I was absolutely gutted, as you know, and I've been saying in previous videos. I still want Ramsdale to be in goal for us, man. The way he was killing it last season for us. I think he plays so well, and it's so unlucky. Don't get me wrong, Raya's been doing all right, but then he hasn't been having to do a lot. Let's be honest. But me personally, I'm just a Ramsdale fan. After what he did for us last season, I was absolutely gutted when that went in. I'm not going to lie, I was absolutely gutted. And then, you could just tell it was just going to be nervy from then. Obviously, last season, it was 1-1 at the Emirates again. They came back from 1-0 down, and it looked like it was going to be the same story again. If not, it might have looked going into the second half that they were going in with the momentum. But luckily, it wasn't the case. We were back on it straight away. And you know what? So glad. I'm so glad, because it's nice to see we're not the Arsenal from 5 to 10 to 15 years ago, where, at that point we'd come out the second half and just be like, right, do you know what? Let's play it safe. Everyone get back. Let's defend. We don't want to take any risks. Nah, not that anymore. This ain't that Arsenal team anymore. They just kept pressing. The amount of times the ball was going out for our corners, we just weren't stopping. We knew if we kept that pressure on, boom, that goal was coming. And you could tell it was coming. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Brentford had a few chances in the second half. Tony with that long shot. Luckily, Ramsdale was back on it, made a great save, because that shot looked like it was just creeping in. But luckily, Ramsdale was on it, so pushed it away. There was a great header from them as well, from inside the box, very close to Ramsdale. But luckily, Ramsdale, again, he was on it. He was showing again why he's such a good keeper for us. So I'm so glad, honestly, I'm so glad that he was able to make those saves in the second half and show, do you know what? It was a bit of a hiccup at the end of the first half, but he's still the great keeper that he is. So, I was absolutely I was really, really happy that he brought it back. And then, like I said, we just weren't stopping. We was just not stopping. And once again, Ben White with the cross in. And how does that song go again? Something about Kai Havertz scores again. Honestly, that guy is on it at the moment. 4 in 4. He's doing all right, isn't he? He's doing all right. Yes, people are still gonna say 65 million's a lot of money and blah blah blah, but I think today he was showing majority of that price was well spent because he was on it this game. He was absolutely on it. I mean, all the boys were. He was on it. Saka was on it. Martinelli, still gutted that he's injured. Martin Odegaard, he was so good today. Jorginho, Declan Rice, obviously. The boys at the back, from Ben White, Gabriel Saliba, Kivior, yeah, they were just all on it. Trossard, he had a bit of a quiet game. Don't get me wrong, it's crazy because you can see now the pace that Martinelli has on the left and just how much he tears it up on the wing. So yeah, obviously Trossard is a bit slower, but I was kind of hoping that he would have a bit of an impact. He was getting involved in some of the plays, but I don't know, he just wasn't finding the momentum. He had a few shots as well and stuff. So, but yeah, either way, doesn't really matter. All the boys just absolutely smashed it today. Brentford loved absolutely wasting as much time as they could. Well, it came back to really bite them in the arse, didn't it? And that was hilarious. So I am not complaining of that. Honestly, great game, top of the table, absolutely loving it. Boys, just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing. Every single game, if you just do that with that mentality, do you know what? Then we can only do what we can do. Because now, we just got to wait and see what tomorrow's result is. Liverpool and Man City. So, fingers crossed it's a draw. That'd be nice. And then we can stay top of the table. But this is Liverpool and Man City. So you just don't know. You really don't know. So there's only one way to find out. But that was my match reaction to the Arsenal v Brentford game at the Emirates Stadium. 2-1 to the Gunners. Kai Havertz scores again. And absolutely loving it. I loved it. I hope you loved it. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts were. And as always, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like it as well. Absolutely loving it. I hope you guys are enjoying this as well with the match reactions. So, next game for us is on Tuesday, Porto at the Emirates Stadium in the Champions League. Hopefully we'll bring it back as well. So, yeah, let's just see what happens. But for now, as always, catch you on the next one.